What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we are talking about the best cases and accessories for the iPhone SE. This is the 2020 model. We got the red back, the black front, looking pretty damn slick with the Touch ID right there too. And if you pick up this phone, what cases are you gonna get for it? Well, I have a laundry list of favorites, just some of my go-tos personally, so we're gonna get into that. And if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos like this drop in the future. But let's get started. All right, so first up, we have the default option right here. This is just Apple's leather case, and they do make a silicone case as well, so you can get either of those. But the leather case here, it's a nice option. I mean, if you want to shell out the money for it, I believe this is like $40 or something like that. $40, $50, I can't remember specifically, but it's always an easy choice to just go for like a first party case. Obviously it's gonna fit perfectly right there and looks pretty slick while doing it. We got openings for all the ports and everything that you need to check out. Pretty simple case. Apple leather case, like I said, it's kind of the default option. It's always available at launch for the most part, and they do have a silicone one. Though they didn't have very many colors of these available, but I chose to go with the blue one because that red and blue just looks kind of cool. You can see the red peeking through up there. But of course, if you put a case on it, you're gonna kind of lose, what color phone you've got. So luckily, there's only 3 colors for the iPhone SE, but I personally like the leather case. It's kind of expensive, but it's definitely quality in my opinion. And I mean, you really can't go wrong with a first party accessory. Next up, we have some pretty simple cases from Totallee. And if you haven't heard of them, they make some pretty simple cases, but very thin ones at that. So you can see right here, we have 3 different versions of it. I'm not gonna go through all of them because 2 of these are pretty much the same. These are their very super thin. Like, look at how thin this case is. It's just like, very, very, very thin, and well, it's kind of frosted, so if we stick the phone in there, get that on there, you can see it's like a nice little blanket for the phone. It's not gonna protect anything, but it is gonna protect it from scratches, so it's not really drop protection worthy. But if you want a really thin case, I mean, there's really no better way to do it than with one of these thin looking Totallee cases. And of course you can see there, everything's perfectly cut out for it. We have a nice little perfect opening for all the speakers and the microphone and the lightning port right there. Now this one's cool, but I actually do like this one as well. So this one's kind of clear and flimsy, really nothing special, but they're not that expensive. That's the good part about these things here. And they fit really tight. Like, you got a nice tight fit there, and you can see the color phone that you got. So I kind of like that personally, but let's go ahead and get these off here. Yeah, like I said, all 3 of these cases right here, all from Totallee. I will link to everything that I've mentioned in this video in the description for you in case you want to check them out for yourself. But if you're looking for a thin case that's going to be scratch protective but not really drop protective, these are definitely the way to go. Coming up next, we have friend of the channel, Dbrand, with their grip case. Now, one thing I should point out here is that really all of these cases, if you had the iPhone 7 or the iPhone 8 and you're upgrading to the SE2, your existing case will work. I mean, it's pointed out on the packaging of many of these products here where this says iPhone SE, 8, or 7. So if you have cases for your 7 or for your 8, you're good to go with the SE. But this Dbrand grip case right here, check this out. They gave me some extra skins on the side here, some purple skins. Look at that. Ooh, that one's nice. It's like a metallic-y purple. I really dig that one. So Dbrand does sell skins, but on top of that, we have this grip case. Now the grip cases are pretty nice because, well, we got a nice like velvety lining on the inside there, and you can customize it with a skin on the back. Now the cool thing here is, well, it kind of lives up to its name. It's called the grip case because, well, it adds some grip, right? I mean, we have some ridges on the side here, which are very, very like just grippable, I guess. I don't know if that's really a thing to say, but openings for all the ports. I mean, most of these cases have like a lay on the table design, so we have a slight lip on the edge there that you can use to set it down on a flat surface if you need to do that. But The grip case is definitely good in my opinion. I think that it's a nice case, and you have that customizable option there on the back by adding a skin of your liking. So pretty cool stuff. Again, links to everything in the description. Moving into some accessory territory, this is a pretty affordable wireless charger from ESR right here. And if we just open up the box here, you can see it's just a little puck, right? It's got some nice weight to it though, so it'll stay put, and you do have a little cable right here as well. And you know what, it's pretty simple. I don't even need to demonstrate it for you, but you set it on the wireless charger and it will begin wireless charging, because that's what wireless chargers do. But ESR, they make some great stuff. I'm actually a huge fan of their tempered glass case. So I'll link to that below in the description as well. But this wireless charger, it's made out of metal. It's got some weight to it, rubber grips on the bottom. Pretty solid stuff. If you're looking for a wireless charger for your brand new iPhone, this is definitely a good pick. So next up here, we have some cases from Taurus, and this brand is pretty cool because they're relatively inexpensive, but they do provide a lot of value. I got a few cases from them right here. I mean, this one's just a clear case, so you know, whatever. There's really not much happening with this guy, but these two are probably my favorites. I've actually had this for other devices before, and I just like it because it's got a smoky look to it. So you can see we have like a nice hard black bumper on the sides and then a smoky look on the back. Just looks cool in my opinion. I don't know. Another cool case here. This actually mimics Apple's own silicone case. So this is exactly what their case is like, even down to the like velvety lining, but you'll pay a fraction of the price from Taurus over Apple for sure. So this case right here, like I said, mimics the silicone case. It's basically the same thing, to be honest, except you don't have that Apple logo on the back. So they've made a pretty high quality clone here of Apple's own case, and I think that is pretty cool. We have the same openings, everything that you can expect from Apple's first party case you will find right here, but definitely these two are pretty tight. I do like the clear one, but of course it's just a clear case, so what are you gonna do with that, you know? But Taurus, they make some cool cases that are in the more affordable range if you're not looking to pay Apple prices to protect your phone. Quick honorable mention for audio, AirPods are definitely the go-to here. I mean, they're made by Apple, so they're gonna be a lot easier to work with. If you haven't had AirPods before, well, we have two different ones right here. Like this is the AirPods with the wireless charging case, and this is AirPods Pro. You can see them right here, AirPods Pro and AirPods with the wireless charging case. Both of them have little lights on the front there that will light up and let you know if it's got a charge or whatever. They're pretty simple though, obviously. I mean, if you haven't heard of AirPods, where have you been? But I think that just kind of an easy go-to, a default option. AirPods are definitely great for an audio accessory when it comes to the new iPhone. Now, what would a case video be without some selections from Spigen? Because these guys literally make cases for everything, and they keep kind of similar naming scheme and styles to all of them across their line. Like, for example, we have right here the Ultra Hybrid, and this is just like a rubbery like bumper, a rigid rubbery bumper with a hard plastic back. Fits on the phone, pretty simple. I mean, you kind of get the point there, but I like it because it shows off the red on the back there, which is pretty nice to have. I mean, if you're gonna get a colored phone, you might as well show off the color that you got. So this is the Ultra Hybrid right here, and I do appreciate it, but definitely not my favorite out of the Spigen line. I would have to say that this guy right here, the Thin Fit, is probably my favorite. So this is a hard plastic case right here. It's definitely going to be a little more rigid, I guess. It maybe provide a little bit of drop protection, but we do have the Thin Fit right here, and it's just a nice form-fitting case. I mean, it's got an open top and an open bottom design there, and then we have cutouts for the volume, the mute switch, the lock button there. Pretty simple case, but I mean, it does fit thinly, so I guess that's, you know, that's a win there as far as the naming scheme goes. We do also have the Slim Armor CS right here. So this is like a dual layer protection case, and you can see that on the back here we have a little wallet compartment, if I can get it open. Boom, you can fit a couple of cards in there in the back, kind of hide it away. And again, like I said, dual layer protection on this one. So this is going to be a little more drop protective as far as their cases go, because you do have some like hard corners here. And like I said, you have the little wallet on the back. You can hold a couple of cards in there, close it up. This one is pretty cool. And then of course we have the liquid air, which is kind of just a flimsy, you know, rubbery case that's really, it's not gonna do much for you except add a little bit of grip because it's got texture on the back, which is pretty cool. But outside of that, I think that my favorite one is still going to be the Thin Fit right here, just because, I mean, it fits thinly and it's rigid. Too many jokes can be made about what I just said. Quick side note, if you do need a cable that is lightning to USB-C and you don't wanna pay the Apple tax, this is a charging cable from ESR. Again, the tips here are USB Type-C and lightning on the other side. So, I mean, maybe you have a MacBook that only has Type-C ports and you wanna be able to plug it in there. This is probably the best option as far as affordability goes and durability. I mean, it's just like it's a nice cable. I don't know. ESR charging cable, lightning to USB Type-C, definitely worth a look if you need a cable. But let's get on to a couple more cases here. All right, so finally we have some case options from Speck here, and I'm personally a big fan of Speck. They been in the game for a while, and right here we have the Presidio Stay Clear. Now this is a clear case, but unlike some of the other clear cases that I've shown you, this one is going to be able to withstand some drops. I mean, it's right there on the box, designed for impact. So, well, they say 8 feet drop tested. Now, I wouldn't just go dropping your phone just knowing that they've drop tested. I can't vouch for their drop testing at all, but this case is pretty cool because, well, I like it because it's clear. And I mean, if you just look at, see those thick sidewalls? Like, that is some thick stuff, and it's like some hard plastic. Like, this isn't like, I mean, it is rubber, but it's got like a very tough exterior in my opinion. And you can just see like how much thickness that adds around the border. It kind of gives it an extra like layer there to be able to drop it on. So the Presidio stuff, definitely nice. The Stay Clear version is nice because, well, you can see what the actual color of your phone is that you bought. So I dig that. We do have a couple of other ones. This is the Presidio Pro, and it's very similar to the Stay Clear, actually extremely similar, except that this one has, you know, it's got some little cushions, I guess, if you want to call it, on the inner side walls there. And let's put this in here. It's black and it's extra thick, and it's got lay on the table protection. We have cutouts for all of the ports here. I mean, it's a very simple case, but again, this one actually says 10 feet drop tested, designed for impact. And again, right here on the box, you can see for iPhone 6s, 7, and 8. So if you happen to have any cases for older iPhones like that, the 6s, the 7, or the 8, you can probably use them with the new iPhone SE2. Let's pop this one off, and we do have the Presidio wallet here. We do have little impact absorption things on the corner right here. And this is a wallet case, and it's actually more handy because instead of having a compartment that you have to slide open and close, you just have this little slot right here. You stick your cards in there, and then you can kind of push them up from the bottom hole right here. And it's pretty simple. I mean, I actually like the ease of use with this instead of having to open and close a compartment. Some may say that, you know, well, your cards aren't like gonna be enclosed in anywhere, so they could fall out or anything like that. I've never had that problem, but this one is pretty tough. Plastic on the back. It's pretty much plastic all around the sides. We even have some nice rubber coverings here for the volume buttons and the lock button on the side. A little cutout for the mute switch. Everything's open on the bottom. This is a pretty solid wallet case from Speck, the Presidio wallet. And like I said, I just kind of like that we have that open design right there for your cards, so you don't really have to worry about opening a compartment. And it is rubberized on the inside here. Like, it's got like a rubbery like texture, so it's gonna keep everything in place once you put them in there. So I don't think you have to worry about your cards actually falling out or anything like that, in my opinion anyways. But yeah, I mean, iPhone SE2, right? I mean, we have tons of cases, tons of accessories. Like I said, anything that you have for the iPhone 6s, 7, or 8 will work with the iPhone SE 2 right here. And I'm actually pretty excited to start using this guy and just see what it's like. A throwback, you know? I mean, we have a fingerprint reader here. Like I'm currently a big fan of the fingerprint reader, and I wish that we would get an in-display one with the iPhones, maybe at some point in the future, but it's nice to have a little Touch ID home button right there. A home button. I mean, forget about Touch ID, we got a home button here. I don't know. I think it's cool. Let me know, of all these cases, which is your favorite in the comments section below. And if you got a new iPhone SE 2, let me know down there. I'll mail you guys out some cases. I have a bunch of them that I currently don't need because there are probably 2 that I'm going to use out of this whole bunch. So leave this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below, let me know if you got one or not. And if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos like this drop in the near future. Let me know your thoughts. As always, really appreciate all of the support, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.